What if the fears you've been avoiding are actually the keys to your freedom? Right now, as we step out of an eclipse and move into the fall equinox, the universe is demanding that we shed old patterns and face the shadows we've buried. Hello, I am Tracie Anderson, and this is Brave Belief Blueprint, where we breathe, believe, and break through. Here we go deep into the practices that free your spirit and unlock your power. Shadow work, it's not about being dark, though all of us hold both darkness and light. The difference is most of us have been taught to reject our darkness. We exile parts of ourselves we fear: anger, jealousy, shame, grief, desire, even brilliance. But rejecting them doesn't make them disappear. The shadow lives on in the subconscious, shaping our lives in silence. Think of your subconscious as a vast archive. It holds every memory, belief, and wound ever experienced. Most of it you don't remember consciously, but it drives your choices every single day. Science shows that up to 95% of human behavior is directed by the subconscious. That means the stories you tell yourself, the partners you choose, the ceilings you hit, whether it's in love, health, money, they're all influenced by shadow material you have not faced. This is why so many people avoid shadow work. It feels like standing at the edge of death because a part of the self will actually die. The ego, the image you've constructed, the story you've protected. To face your shadow is to face everything you said you'd never be, everything you swore you'd never feel. That is terrifying to your ego. But here's the truth. Until you face it, you are living at the mercy of it. The shadow doesn't vanish when ignored. It leaks. It leaks out as self-sabotage. It leaks out in patterns you keep repeating. It shows up in the people who trigger you most, in the things you judge harshly, in the ways you shrink back from your own power. This is why manifestation doesn't always work. You can speak affirmations all day long, but if your subconscious is holding a story of unworthiness, abandonment, or fear, even lack, that program will win. Shadow work is the only way to close the gap between what you consciously say you want and the subconscious, what it still believes. And it's not about destroying your shadow. The shadow itself isn't evil. It is information. It is your teacher. And when you stop running and finally turn toward it, you begin the process of integration. Integration is your wholeness. Integration is freedom. So shadow work is not optional for the soul that seeks liberation. It is the deep excavation that makes all other healing possible. It is the foundation of your true power. The first thing we must understand is that energy is never isolated. Every thought, every wound, every hidden truth carries a frequency, and none of us are separate from that frequency. Though we often live as if we're living in silos, the truth is we are profoundly connected to each other, to the earth, to the universe itself. Cosmic events like eclipses and equinoxes are not distant spectacles. They are energetic mirror points reflecting what is within us. The universe speaks through these moments. The recent eclipses expanded energy across the collective. They pulled hidden truths from the surface, shook loose what could no longer be carried, and exposed patterns we must now face. That expansion was not random. It was cosmic alignment nudging us toward the shadows we've avoided. And now, as we prepare for the fall equinox, we step into a season of balance where day and night meet in equal measure. This is not symbolic alone, it is energetic reality. It reminds us that light and shadow are equally present within us, demanding acknowledgement and integration. So when we speak of shadow work at this moment, it is not just a personal practice, it is a cosmic calling. To ignore your shadow is to live out of rhythm with the universe itself. But to face it is to integrate it. It's to step into harmony within yourself and with the all. Facing your shadow is not a casual process. It is sacred work. It begins with the willingness to turn inward, knowing you may not like what you find, but trusting that your wholeness, your true healing depends on it. So here are the core steps to begin. First, recognize the mirror. Your shadow often reveals itself, as I said, in the people who irritate you, the situations that trigger you, and the patterns that keep repeating over and over in your life. What you resist or despise outside of yourself is often a reflection of what is buried deep within. And then bring it into awareness. Once you spot the shadow, name it honestly. If it's rage, call it rage. If it's jealousy or shame or fear or lack, speak the truth of it without sugarcoating. This naming weakens the shadow's grip because it thrives in your silence and secrecy. Dialogue with your shadow. The subconscious holds the shadow, so you must open communication. This is where journaling is most powerful here. Ask your shadow questions like, what are you trying to protect me from? What do you want me to learn? How have you been carrying this weight? You'll be surprised how the subconscious begins to answer when it's given space. And then go into compassionate witnessing. Facing the shadow does not mean attacking it. It means witnessing it with compassion. Remember, every shadow was formed from a survival strategy, a way to cope, to belong, to feel safe. So instead of condemning it, honor it. Say, I see you and I understand now why you came, but you don't have to control me anymore. You will not control me anymore. And then go into an integration ritual. Shadow work without integration just stirs pain. Integration reclaims that energy as part of your wholeness. You might embody this through breath work, meditation, movement, or a release ritual, burning what no longer serves. Maybe burying the story in the earth or exhaling it verbally in the wind. The body needs to participate so that your subconscious will register the transformation. And then embody this action. True shadow work shows up in real life when the patterns arise again and again. Choose a new response. This is the moment where your shadow is activated as your teacher. Each time you choose different, you rewire your subconscious and reclaim your power. Your subconscious is not your enemy. It is simply your unclaimed teacher. This season is asking you to stop running, stop numbing, stop hiding, face it, feel it, and free it. Because when you breathe, believe, and break through, the shadow becomes your actual pathway to liberation. If this spoke to you, I invite you to stay close and subscribe. What's coming next is we're going to be digging deeper into all of these elements. Right now, I want to feel your energy. So I invite you to comment and let me know you are here. Say yes if you're going to do your shadow work. Hope to see you soon.